God, if you idiots elect that demented man, I will burn this whole fucking place to the ground.
How did we get here?
I'm done. I'm done.
I'm Don. Nice to meet ya. Having a little trouble with the fact I beat ya? I guess so. Music to my ears got me thirsty though. Ooh, good gushing. You done got me buzzing. Nothing hits the spot like an arrogant twat balling on TikTok. Raise a shot. Oh, I've been sipping. Nothing satisfies like the taste of the crowds. They're flipping, tripping, quenching my soul, but I never get full. Bottomless glass, no empty cups. Bathe in the rain of pretentious fucks who don't listen. I listen. Pour me another Harry Sisson. I'm sipping. Good God, you're a touchy bunch. Fresh tears to wash down my lunch. Sanctimonious fruit punch. Lap up the juice of entitled country. Hate him bitches. Drink it like fishes. Delicious. One of my favorite dishes. True chemo wishes. Grinning like Ulysses. Mega back in business. Oh, I've been sipping. Nothing satisfies like the taste.
Hello, and thank you for tuning in to the Boomer Bunker. I am the Duchess. Speaking on behalf of John Domingo, everything we say or discuss on this show is for entertainment purposes. If you disagree with anything either of us says on this show, and you're not operating motor vehicle or under the influence of alcohol or narcotics, please feel free to tell us your thoughts in the chat. If you're listening to this as a downloaded podcast file, you can write to us at boomer.bunker@gmail.com or tweet us at boomer_bunker on X. My advice is to look at the world we live in, realize you complaining to us about it isn't fixing anything, and then continue on with your life. If anything we say during the show offends you, please feel free to watch a different stream, shut the podcast off, or smash your device with a hammer. Boomer Bunker is not liable for damages to equipment by choosing the latter. If you have made it this far into the show and have decided you can live with these terms, then by all means, give your balls a tug, slap yourself in the face a few times, grab a cup of whatever pisses you off, and please enjoy the show.
We're from Jersey, baby. And you're not.
Back your hips up, down, down.
We're from Jersey, baby. From Jersey, baby. We're from Jersey, baby. We're from Jersey, baby. Baby. And you're not.
Good evening. Welcome to the Boomer Bunker. It's Monday night. I'm going to say we're celebrating Veterans Day, so we're recognizing all you vets out there. Thank you for your service. We greatly appreciate it. And to my, I guess, left, but right, is my fantastic co-host, John Domingo.
Hey, everybody. Happy Monday. Are you still recovering from your election hangover? Hangover!
Yes, aren't we all?
The 4B movement is in full swing effect, and they're even getting crazier because there's nothing crazier than a white leftist bitch out there. We'll be getting into that. And you know I love a good meltdown. And you know you love a good meltdown.
I love watching your meltdowns, so we can
That
just
is
keep
true.
them going. Yeah,
But
Dean says,
there's
go
a-
Lions. Well done.
There is a podcast that I listen to now. He used to be a DJ in Philadelphia, and him and his wife, he talks sports in Philadelphia. He came from Houston. He got a big job in Philadelphia. He got fired in Philadelphia, and then he was fired, and I think he went out to Memphis, Tennessee. He was in Memphis. And then he left Memphis and he took a job in St. Louis. And he was doing radio in St. Louis. And then because of monetary whatever, they laid him off.
Oh,
So now he's back to podcasting.
it's that fiscal stuff.
This guy reminds me of Edward. Edward is, and I don't mean this in a bad way, because I think Edward and this guy are the same in a way that, you know, they have the same kind of, I don't want to say mentality, but the two remind me of each other. That's all. And then Edward thinks I'm mad at him, and I'm not mad at him. See, what Edward did was he was very lazy on Friday. He had no content. So what he did was when he came on this show, he took the content from this show, then took it to his show, and then added commentary to it. And I'm not mad at him. I mean, that's, Edward is always welcome to anything we ever do. He can have whatever I do. He can do whatever he wants with it. I do not care. But what I would get upset about, because I was yelling at my phone as I was listening to it, he would sit there and I felt he would take me out of context and then say something.
I think a little bit, yeah.
As the millennials do, they like to take and cut little pieces out so they can weave their little story of woe and shit that they do. So, go over and listen to it. It's funny. I mean, once you get past all the singing and the music and everything, it's a good show. Just kidding. Listen, I'll say this about Edward. Extremely talented guy. Can play the guitar, can sing. He's extremely talented. Lazy, but talented. He's talented lazy. A little bit. In my humble opinion. Anyhow, so I wake up this morning and I see his podcast. His name is Josh Ennis. It's the Josh Ennis Show. Okay. And I would say that I would put the link to his show in the show notes, but I always forget. So it probably won't be there. But it's the Josh Ennis Show. So anyhow, I go to listen to it this morning, and this is what I hear. This is the first thing that comes out. First thing.
Ah!
Holy shit.
Yes, Jilly, we will make the fucking meat again. What? You don't knock over my beer.
You did.
I'm sorry. So this is after I got to put a little context in here. Okay. So what's going on is he went live last night after he's been drinking beer all day and he's drunk, and he lost. Oh, here we go.
This, you asshole, you fucking did this. The first half was phenomenal, and you're over here like, oh, Texas gonna crush this. Oh my God, Texas gonna win this easy. You prick, you did this.
Don't blame me.
I am absolutely.
Go eat the fucking meat that I made. Go eat my fucking meat and suck my dick. God fucking damn it. Fuck the Texans. Fuck these assholes and fuck CJ Stroud and his stupid hair and fuck all of you motherfuckers.
Also, I'm glad we moved inside. We were outside, but that would have been something. But they can still hear because this house is not soundproof.
I don't care. Fuck all of you shitheads in this white bread fucking neighborhood.
Fuck you. You fucking did this.
I didn't do a goddamn thing.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, all I said is the team that was up by like 3 fucking scores is going to win. And you know what they did? They didn't win shit. Fuck CJ. Fuck D'Amico's hillbilly ass, and fuck all you motherfuckers.
You did this.
I don't care. Fuck everybody. Fuck everybody.
All right, so that was the first one.
What you get for betting against the Lions?
Just saying. Stupid ass. He deserved to lose that money.
Oh, well, there was a lot of things that happened over the weekend. The Kansas City game, which is very sus. The Kansas City game was very, very sus. But
there's a lot of convenient calls for Kansas City.
Yeah, and first of all, if I could just take a little sidebar with the Kansas City versus the who were they playing?
I think they played the Bucks. Didn't they play the Bucks?
No, the Broncos. They played the Broncos.
The Broncos, excuse me.
And all the Broncos had to do was kick a field goal, and all they had to do was kick a field goal to beat them. And what happened was the guard for the Broncos, when they snapped the ball, he just fell on his back. He just, in other words, it's like someone pushed him and he just fell over, and they got through.
Like a setup?
And blocked it. Yeah, almost like it was the game
it was planned?
Fixed. Like it was fixed, yes.
The fix is in.
Oh, the fix is
just
in.
Saying.
So, so Josh was still
Did you hear
upset.
Mahomes caught on a hot mic asking the refs?
Let them know.
Let them know. Can you let me know? Is that what we do?
Yeah, somebody's got to explain that one to me. I don't like that. Well, that I don't like. But whatever. Here we go.
Sorry.
5th time in the last 6 games the Texans have failed to score a touchdown in the second half. Yeah, because they're fucks! They're fucks! God, all I needed was 6 more yards to hit the over in the passing yards for fucking Stroud with this stupid, ugly...
It doesn't even matter. They lost because of you.
I don't care.
Fuck your bet. Fuck your bet.
No, my bet matters to me.
No, it doesn't.
It does matter to me. And CJ's got a stupid fucking dumb hair, and he fucking sucks. Fuck him. fuck football, fuck sports, fuck all the sports. And you know what?
Who did this?
I didn't do shit. All I said was, the team that's up by 16 points should win the fucking game.
No, you didn't say should. You said, we're winning this.
Oh, yeah,
You
we
were
should have.
too confident.
See, I love the fact that if you're sitting in your couch at home and all of a sudden you make a statement that for some reason it shoots through the air like some kind of
That's like a
karma
jinx. You don't
and
say
it
shit like
changes
that.
everything.
Yeah, you can't, dumbass.
I know.
This I can't imagine why this guy's been fired. Shocking. I mean,
well, again, remember,
he should not gamble. It doesn't seem to work out for him.
Don't open a mic when you're drunk and you've lost money and your favorite team just loses after they've been up 16 points.
Or do it every week, because whatever. But it's your own. That's why it's called gambling. Like,
It is.
But that's I don't bet money on football because it's too easy. I'm too emotional. I have favorites, and I would be mad if the favorites didn't. I wouldn't look at the odds. I look at what my favorite is, and that's how I would gamble. Which is why I would be a very bad gambler.
It's funny you say that because I get a call about 1 o'clock, I guess Sunday, and my daughter Megan, who she loves football, she says, "I don't want you to get mad at me." And whenever your kid starts off,
how old is she?
She's 25.
That's all. She's so cute. Don't be mad at me.
No, I'm sorry. She's 24. She's 24.
Well, but still.
So she says, "I don't want you to get mad at me." And I said, "I can't promise anything, but I'll keep an open mind." This is what I say.
What did you do?
What'd you do? So she says, they have those betting apps for your phone for football. And I go, yeah. And she goes, well, I bet a $1 parlay on the early game that was played in Germany, and I hit it, and I won over $400. She won like over $425 on a $1 bet.
Oh,
and I
shit.
Said,
awesome.
I said, why would I get mad at that? And she goes, well, I don't know if you want me gambling. And I said, well.
Oh, first of all, that's adorable that she's at 24. I don't know if you want me to gamble.
Right.
That's really sweet.
So when I was younger,
hey, Aaron.
I used to bet football. I would go back, and I'm a mush. If I bet that you could make $1 Brazilian if you went and took my picks and bet against me, I'm that horrible at picking sports. So much so that I think by the age of 24, I stopped betting football altogether. I will not bet football because I'm like this. I'm like him or her. She's saying, this is your fault. You said they had the game in hand and that's why they lost. It has nothing to do with that. Nothing. In other words, you can't do anything. But I love this. See, this is what I love about podcasting. He's drunk. He's mad. He's like, fuck this. I'm opening up a mic and I'm telling everybody how pissed off I am.
Yep. Yeah. And I'm sure it's going to go swimmingly for him. I mean, it's podcasting now, so I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, it sounds so familiar. I'm trying to put my finger on why.
Well, a note for the listeners. So this was deemed the best article to talk about.
Yeah, I thought this was the worst article.
Best. So it's only downhill from here.
That's not true because the next article is really good.
You have to talk about having some fucking optimism, Dave.
You have to explain who decided that was the best article.
All right. So this is my famous meltdown where I got to be cringe of the week on Who Are These Podcasts. And this is the reason why Duchess is here, to be quite honest. And here we go. All right, you know what? You can all go fuck yourself. This is the last fucking rubbernecker, and I'm dead fucking serious. Go ahead, laugh it up, funny fucking boy. Laugh it up. I've had enough of your fucking donut jokes and enough of your other fucking shit. One guy doesn't show up. It's a big fucking thing. We got a prayer, right? Donut. Fat. Meanwhile, you're over there sucking on a fucking cigarette, and everything. I try to do nothing. You motherfucker don't do a fucking thing. You sit there on your ass, you make a couple things up, and then all of a sudden that's it. Nobody does nothing. We sit in here, we look like jerk-offs every fucking week. I try to make it a better show, and you know what? This isn't even fun anymore, and I'm fucking done with it. Rubberneckers is over. You can do whatever the fuck you want with the rest of you fucking guys. I don't care, but I've had enough of this fucking shit. Fuck yous all. Do something fucking better if you can. You can't. Run the show. He's sitting there. Well, this is the first fucking topic's the worst fucking topic. And so you already are setting this up. What do you think? I'm a fucking moron? Well, the answer to that question is absolutely yes.
Yes.
All right, so
Clearly.
So what they did was they were trying to get that reaction out of me because I was trying to make the show better, and like the five of them were putting their feet out and dragging the show down, which was a shame because, to be honest with you, with the crew that we had right there, if we would have put our minds to it and didn't want to be, and weren't just assholes, but then again, that show could have really taken off. And I proved myself right because I quit, and the show didn't even last one more episode. Then they got rid of it, and then when I came back, I brought the show back, and we ended up doing 100 episodes. That was episode 7.
So Bruce, this was the episode I was referencing when you said you haven't heard John freak out. This was the episode.
Yeah, that
John
was the one. That
lost
was the one.
his shit. That's not even the whole thing. That's half the.
It goes on, but it's too much.
Yes.
Too much. All right, let's get back to Josh.
Fantastic.
Let's get back to Josh.
Oh, back to the other guy.
I hate
He's no
D'Amico.
fun now.
I hate CJ Stroud. I hate his dipshit receiver friends. I hate that stupid stadium that makes no noise. I hate Sundays. The only thing I like is beer. I've had so much of it. Now, let me tell you, I fucking hate the Texans. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. You're a bunch of assholes. You were cruising in this fight. You intercepted this fucktard 5 fucking times.
I mean, to be fair, I will say 4 because the one was a Hail Mary at the end of the half. So
one,
4,
yeah.
but still.
5 fucking times they intercepted this guy.
They picked us off twice.
That's great. You know what that is? You're still plus fucking 3. But you know what happened? Doesn't matter. Doesn't fucking matter. You let this shit happen. What we're dealing with here is a fucking tragedy. A Greek fucking tragedy. This is like when fucking who's the gentleman in Romeo and Juliet? What's his name?
Romeo?
Who's the guy in Romeo and Juliet? Romeo. So Romeo, that motherfucker, he's like, oh, I love Juliet, but you know what we're going to do? We're going to kill ourselves together because we're fucking idiots. That's how I feel right now.
Romeo and Juliet. Holy
Fucking
shit.
Detroit with your trash-ass dipshit city and your trash-ass dipshit football team, and the Texans are a bunch of dipshits. God damn it! And I hit nothing more importantly.
He's out of work.
Nothing because of this. I hate sports.
You did things all day long.
But I didn't. No, I'm way down today.
But you won stuff. I didn't win anything, so.
Oh, let's give the game ball to this dipshit kicker. Congrats, dipshit kicker. What's your name? Carter or some dipshit name? What's your name? Fucking Travis? This is the worst day ever.
Wah. I suck at gambling. Wah, I'm drunk.
It went on for like another 10 minutes, and
oh my God.
I pulled clips, but I'm not going to play them all. But that was basically, and you know something, everybody loves a good meltdown. I'm not going to lie.
No,
and
it's so fun.
Listen, I think sometimes he's a little bit of a dipshit, in my humble opinion.
Oh, maybe a little.
I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. He gets on my nerves at times, but I love his wife. His wife, Jilly. Like, she's like the perfect, she's really into sports too. And she's like the perfect co-host for him because remember, he's there yelling, you know what, go eat my meat and suck my dick. And it doesn't even faze her. She's like, I know, I get it.
She's heard it. Calm down, Drunky McGee. It's all good. Good Lord.
So yes, I thought it was funny. But anyhow, it was just a good old-fashioned meltdown.
Sparky says, and next season, this guy's going to be back watching football again.
Oh, he's
betting on the Texans.
He'll be watching it Thursday night. He doesn't like the Eagles, and he doesn't like the Philadelphia Eagle fans because when he was here, they kind of got on his shit because he was honest. He wasn't from here, and the Eagles aren't his team. So he was very honest. And a lot of times after a loss, when there's like the wound's still open and he's rubbing salt in it, we're like, you know something, dude? You're not even from this town. Go fuck yourself. You know what? Suck a dick. All right, go smoke your meat and walk your dog.
Philly
and all
fans
this other
are not
shit.
gonna. Yeah.
We're not happy. All right, and don't rub salt in the wound when we're not happy. We need a day or two. You know what? If we lose on Sunday, you can't start criticizing the team until Wednesday because we need some time. As a Philadelphia Eagles fan, I'm just telling you that right now.
Because you're delicate like that.
We are delicate. We're delicate flowers when it comes to.
Yeah.
So
considering you pelt snowballs at Santa, batteries at people,
you know
like
what? It was in '62, and he was drunk. The Santa was drunk, and he deserved to get snowballs thrown at him. Trode at him.
Trode at him. That's the mentality, you guys. But that just tells you guys have a fan base that most everybody hates.
We're passionate, and you know something? We don't even fucking care that you hate us. We love that you hate us. We use it as a badge of honor. I loved it when Minnesota came down here for the time we went to the Super Bowl and won for the national championship or for the NFC championship game, and all the Minnesota fans came and they were walking through, and Philadelphia Eagles fans were throwing full beer cans at them. Full
I'm
cans
sure
of
of it, because you guys are fucking charming.
And then people are like, what? We were giving them free beer. What are you pissed off at us for?
We're just lobbing it at your head. Yeah, there you go.
Catch it. I can't help it if you can't catch. Pussies.
You can't. Yeah, catch it with your face. There you go.
Hey, I threw him a lob. He just hit him in the head. At the very last second, I said, hey, Skull, heads up. Doink.
Yeah, Sparky says, trode it at him.
I trode it at him.
And for anybody who misbehaves, you can hang out in the jail that's conveniently downstairs. So.
Well, no, that was at the vet.
That was the old one.
At the
they
vet,
don't have that at the new one. They just take you away.
And it was the best because the judge was Judge Seamus McCaffrey. He's like an Irish judge, you know, and you went down there and it was, listen, you went to real jail. If there was bullshit going on, you went to real jail. So you didn't want to, once they put the jail down and the court right there in the stadium, a lot of that shit stopped.
Oh my God. That's some crazy shit.
All right, so here, Louise, I got to address this. So Louise says, fucking pussy. John says he's passionate about backing out and getting an Eagles tattoo after they won the Super Bowl. All right, so let me just address this to you. All right.
That's interesting.
This is not my fault. This is the Eagles' fault. And what happened was, if they wouldn't have taken so long to win a Super Bowl, I wouldn't have been so old that I needed to go on blood thinners, and I can't get a tattoo.
That's true. Okay.
I can't get a tattoo on blood thinners.
Forgive that.
So no, I'm tat free. I don't have any tattoos. But that was a tattoo. It was Brand X. The Eagles win the Super Bowl. I'm happy. I'm on cloud 9. I get my Super Bowl hat and everything.
Yeah.
We fire up the microphones for Brand X. We go through the music, and I go. And alongside me is my co-host, Deuce. And he goes, "Como sa, bitches? So when you getting your tattoo?" And I was like, huh, what? It was like the first
what
tattoo?
Yeah. Does Deuce have a tattoo?
No.
No.
Not that I know of, unless he got one and didn't tell me. But no, I don't think he has one. Oh, I see what we got here. So apparently, I'll tell you another story.
Yeah.
So
who are these people?
Don't worry about it. Don't block anybody. Don't throw anybody out.
Well, that one I did because it's spam. So
no. Oh shit! I didn't want you to do that. But anyhow, so here's the deal with that. You know who that is? That's Proxy. That's Proxy, the cartoon.
Coyote is Proxy?
Yeah. Can't you see?
Okay.
See the face?
I can. Well, I can't. Okay, so I've unblocked it.
Okay. So here's
why
the
are we
story.
yelling delete Proxy? Come on, you got.
So the other night, I think it was after we got done the show here.
Mm-hmm.
He sends me a message, and it's like, "I'm coming to get you, and you better stop Andrew, whatever his name is, from." I'm like, so I don't know what's going on here. I have no idea. So, but he's threatening me. I know where you live and all, because I'm not hard to find, and I'm going to come down there. So then, you know me, I get on there. I'm like, listen, you motherfucker, you better not come down here because I don't know first of all, I don't know what you're talking about. And second of all, I'm packing. So if you come down here and fuck with me, you know, you might fuck around and find out. So we go through this whole thing. And then somebody went and was trolling his YouTube channel or Twitch channel. I don't know where he does it. They were trolling. And they said that Doug and I paid them to go troll him.
We don't even have a Patreon. Someone referenced Patreon. We have no Patreon.
No, we don't have a Patreon. We might, but I don't think it's active.
We don't. No.
I don't know.
We're making no money on that.
All right. So
Proxy, come on.
So he says, "You're over there doing it." I'm like, I have nothing to do. I have no idea. I haven't thought about him in months. Right? Why would I even fuck with him? And secondly, he's doing his thing over there. We're doing our thing over here. I don't give a shit. Like, again, go have fun. If you're enjoying, like, creating content or whatever, go with God. Have fun. Enjoy yourself. I would never go try to get somebody's content. That is such a petty Betty bullshit kind of thing to do.
All right.
So anyhow, that's why I didn't do that. So he's still doing
I mean,
the delete,
geez,
delete.
he even showed you his wiener,
Yeah, I saw his wiener on the
on,
Rubberneckers
Proxy.
podcast, Proxy.
It's all
I had
good.
to go in there and
no
cut it
one's
out, to be
setting you
honest
up.
with
No one's setting you up.
No one's setting
so
you up.
whoever told you that, it's not. It's not true.
Oh,
But
so it says, I've seen the secret group chats John is in. He talks about this behind the scenes and tries to get us all to report people.
No.
Stop it, Edward. You're going to get him thinking that that's true. It's not true. So I saw this really cool movie I got to talk to you about. Mm-hmm. It is called, what is it called again? It's got Megan Fox in it. It's called Subservience. Subservience.
Subservient or subservient?
Subservience is the name of the movie. It's not even really a word, but that's the name of the movie. So it's got Megan Fox in it. Okay. And then, what is this? I put this up so people can see what he's talking about. Enjoy prison stalkers. Enjoy prison stalkers.
All right.
All right, Proxy.
No one's enjoying this.
All right.
Trust
he
me.
does it again. Boot him. Give him a.
Okay. Well,
I'm going to give you a 10-minute timeout. All right.
Yeah. Well, how long you wanted to go on before
All right.
I
I just did it. I just banned him.
Okay.
There we go.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Proxy.
I tried to let him go. What do you want me to do?
I got you. All right.
Apparently, I can't ban him because he's still putting stuff out there. All right.
Well, where did you block him?
I don't know. It just says ban underneath here, and I just decided to do it.
All right.
I tried
I'm going to block. It's on YouTube, so I'm blocking him on YouTube.
Okay.
We gave you a shot, Proxy.
We tried.
But
We
okay.
tried.
Yeah.
You know, I don't mind.
All right, so
listen, Proxy. If you were going to come in here, just come in here and insult me, call me fat, whatever. Don't just sit there.
Well,
and
or
put
just
stupid
or
shit
just
up
message us for crying out loud.
Yeah, or whatever.
So you can. You don't have to just come in and be dopey.
Come in there and just be creative. I want you to be creative when you do this. I don't want you just
Dean
to
says
come in
it's
there
Eric.
and just repeat things like a nitwit. Yeah. Be creative. Have some fun with us.
All
Oh,
right.
I guess we can't. Oh, he's got different accounts.
We can do
all right,
this
leave him
all
alone.
day.
Let him just go. It's fine.
No.
It's no big deal. Hey, everybody in the YouTube, enjoy Proxy's chat. A lot of people watch us on Twitch. They don't see this anyhow unless we bring it up, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah, don't bring it up. So.
It's fine.
Prison. It's going to prison. All right, so Megan Fox and her
so
dopey
she's in.
movie.
So here's the thing. Here's the plot of the movie. There's a guy and his wife. His wife needs a heart transplant. They're young. They have young children. All right. So this must be in the future because you can go to this place and you can get a home domestic robot. It will cook, clean, take care of your children. It can drive to the store. It's an amazing thing.
So a man wrote this, right? It's obviously okay.
Hang on.
Right.
So you go there, and they've got some guy ones that'll do it and all this. So he's looking at males. He's looking at like an old guy, and he's looking at a young guy and all. So his daughter like wanders off, and he's like, "Oh my God, where does she go?" So they're looking for her, and all of a sudden, here comes Megan Fox. She's a robot, and she goes, "Oh, I found her here," and she's like, "Daddy, can we keep her?" And he's like, I don't know. He says,
right.
So then the salesman says, "Well, this is our deluxe model. It does this, it does that, it does this." So the next thing you know, she's in the car.
What else does it do?
She's in the car coming home with him.
Oh, gross.
And believe it or not, it does have a sexual thing where it can.
Shocking.
It can.
Wow. Can Megan Fox make a movie without sex?
Why would anybody?
Why?
Why would anybody
going to
pay
see it?
see that? Okay.
Holy shit.
So
No, Dean, I don't think that's happening.
The wife's in the hospital, and she's waiting to get a heart transplant. And he's upset because he's a foreman on a construction job. And because the construction job's taking so long, they decided to take and get rid of the real workers and bring in robot workers.
Convenient. Okay.
So now his friends are all mad at him because they keep him because they got to keep one human for so many robots. Okay. So he gets
he
to
just
stay
happens to be the boss or whatever.
He gets to stay.
Okay. So all his friends get fucked and they have robot workers.
Right. So he's got a lot of pressure and he's drinking. And so when they go to the hospital, the robot goes to the hospital too and sees the wife sitting there all gray, hardly any blood coming up to the brain, because her heart's about ready to give out. And
I feel like I could predict this movie, but go ahead.
well, hang on. So the wife says, hey, can I have a moment alone with the robot? So it says, hey, listen, I know he's got a lot of pressure. Please don't allow him to drink. You know, he drinks too much. Please don't let him drink. And he says, well, he is the prime directive. And she says, well, I understand that, but if you let him drink, you know, it's counterproductive. You're supposed to protect him. So that goes on. So somehow, for some reason, this is what she does, because she says, you're very tense. I can take care of that for you. I can help you with your anxiety.
I
Because
bet
I'm sure
she could.
It's been a while.
Oh, my God.
So this is classic.
It's like a penthouse forum.
He goes in to take a shower. She comes in while he's getting out of the shower. She's dressed in like a T-shirt and panties or whatever. She drops all that stuff.
Right.
And he's like, I can't, I'm married. So she takes, this is the move right here. She takes a tie and ties it around his eyes so he can't see. And he talks to her in his wife's voice. It's his wife's voice.
Wait.
And Megan Fox.
Who is the wife's voice?
The
Oh, so
robot
Megan
has
so
the
she's
wife's
programmed.
voice. Right. It's like
gross.
having, you know, it's like when I have Mike Rowe talk to you here.
Well.
Oh, yeah, see? So they have this big
Well, that could
sex
work.
scene. See? Okay. Now, I say all
Megan
that.
Fox.
I say all that to say this. Mm-hmm. Is it cheating?
Yes.
It is?
Of course it is.
It's a robot. What's the difference between
Is
that
it
and
his wife?
No.
Well,
okay. If you use a fleshlight, is that cheating?
I don't use a flashlight, so
Of course,
no,
you
I don't have
use
a problem with it.
fleshlight. Of course, you don't use a fleshlight. You could use.
Does
a
the flashlight talk to you?
No.
No. Okay. Well, that's
It's a vibrator.
Flashlight is kind of like that's like masturbation.
It is a robot. It is kind of like masturbation, right?
Is it though?
cheating?
Is it something that talks to you and reacts? Apparently, however, Megan Fox is a specialized robot who's full of upgrades and stuff. You know.
Okay, so
conveniently,
Half Pine Forge over in Rumble says Megan Fox is a wackadoodle and a professional useless person. That may be, but I'll tell you what, she makes one hot fucking robot. I'll tell you that right now.
She's a good sex robot. Well, it's probably a good role
All
for
right,
her.
so
I don't know. I haven't really watched a lot of Megan Fox movies. I don't think she's doing like really deep.
All right, let's forget about the movies. Let's get back into the question of the question of the podcast is
okay.
Are you cheating on your wife if you use a robot to have sex with? Is that cheating?
I think if the robot is alive, so to speak, like simulates life and can sound like anybody you want, yeah, I think it might be. I think that might be the toe out to like actual like creepy. Yeah.
I'm going to flip the script here.
All right, the comments. So Luis
So
wants to know,
what
is
I'm
it
gonna do
cheating if he
now
fucks the
is,
Roomba? Ew. Jason wants one.
All right,
God,
this is. I'm going to paint a scenario.
Okay.
Here. I'm going to paint a scenario.
I'll focus. Okay.
Something happens to Paul. All right, he's in the hospital, and he's in the hospital for a couple months, and then you go and you get a robot to help with the house and doing stuff around the outside of the house and things like that.
My
All right?
micro look-alike robot.
It's
Okay.
a Mike Rowe sound-alike robot. And all of a sudden, nobody's there. Nobody's at home. And Mike Robot says... That's the name of the episode. Mike Robot. Hold on, let me write that down. Mike Robot. Mike
You have to spell it right, though. Row dash bot.
Dash bot. Mike
ROWE. Yeah.
Okay. Mike Robot says that he can reduce some of your stress. First, he starts giving you a massage, because your shoulders are, get you kind of loose.
Because, it's tense. Yeah.
Right? And then...
it's still cheating. It's still cheating.
Is it?
Would
it bother?
If you can communicate with it, I would think, yeah.
I believe it's not cheating. I wouldn't care. Here's the thing.
So
I'm going to use another scenario here. All right. Okay. Say I'm married. I have a girlfriend. Okay.
Okay.
And the girlfriend, we have a male robot to help around the house. All right, because we can't have a female robot because I'd fuck the shit out of that. So we decided to get a male robot. All right. And apparently, and this robot can last a lot longer than a 63-year-old dude, right? And all of a sudden I'm like, hey, go have fun. Go enjoy your robot. I would want her to enjoy the robot. That would be fine. It's a robot. It doesn't make a big difference. It's not a big deal. It's just a robot. Yeah, see? It's not cheating. It's just a high-end sex toy. Yeah. Okay. That's all. I don't think there's a problem with it.
If you can have discussion with it, it's not like it just repeats your last line. I mean,
I can have a discussion with the thing over here in the tube, from Amazon. I can have a discussion with her. Not yet, but who knows? You never know. A couple, 5-10 years, who knows?
It might have a port in it.
John would ask to watch. See, no, I would not. I wouldn't want to watch. It's not my thing. Listen, if you want to watch, that's fine. Don't care. But it's not my gig. It would be like, go have fun. I'm going to leave because I don't want to hear the screaming. I don't want to hear all that. That's a little not because it would bother me, but because I wouldn't be able to hear the TV. So that I would decide to go somewhere for a little while, an hour or two, and let them, have their little fun time or whatever.
Well, you might take more than an hour if that thing lasts. I mean, you might have to check out for.
Yeah, just
you go hang out by the waterfront there. You have to bring everything. Go shopping.
Go out and do some, do something while she's having fun with the mic robot.
With the mic robot.
Duchess is going to have a dream tonight about the mic robot. I'm just saying.
Well, it's a thought for sure, but no, it's I don't know. I mean, I guess.
Hey,
morally,
Duchess, it's Mike. How about after the show we jump into a private chat and I read Rush lyrics to you?
Okay.
See?
All for that.
Hey, Duchess, are you sure you won't send John a topless picture? I wouldn't mind getting a gander at those luscious milk wagons myself.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Well, true professionals we are. So
I don't really see the problem with it. I'm just saying. I wanted to get a point of view from a woman over this, whether you would decide it was cheating or not.
I mean, well, look, every relationship has its boundaries. So, I mean, if it's something that each relationship would be agreeable to, each person or the person in it, people in it, I don't, it's not my place to say. So, whatever.
Dean says up to $500, $250 per tit. I don't know what that means.
Nice. I know exactly what that means.
Horrible.
No.
Talking to a robot has to be better than hearing, "Are you done yet?"
Oh. But think of it this way: you've lasted that long.
Yeah, but she's
There's
like,
the pro.
Please, can you please?
That would finish it.
I've had enough.
Think. Yeah, that's all right. Not for nothing. That's a
see
terrible
what
thing to
you
say.
would do. What
That's
you would
sad.
do is you would program your robot to just everything you did was wonderful. I just think all right, here we go. Buckle up. Here comes Bob. I'd name my robot after my ex and sell it on Marketplace.
Ugh.
Why?
Sorry.
Whatever. Okay.
Nobody.
I got to be honest.
Is she electrician? Like she can work the circuit boards and all that, right? Like she's
Edward,
handy.
are you? Of course, John wants a robot to cater to me.
Well,
Yes.
that's the whole point of a robot.
Listen,
Edward, I hate to tell you that.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now. This robot that looks like Megan Fox. Say what you want about me. Say she's crazy. Say all that other bullshit. If you take her crazy personality out of it and put her in a robot that is basically trained to cook, clean, do the wash, fold, put everything away, and at the end of the night, she'll ride you like a Harley down a dirt road. And I'm in, man. How much? Don't forget about how much. How much a month? I just want to put it on a payment plan.
Take my money.
Take my money. Yeah, here, take my money. Can I get on a payment plan, please? Oh, so you're telling me that she'll clean the whole house, do everything, cook everything. You can have sex with it, and then the next thing you know, it goes in the closet and recharges itself for the next day, and I don't have to hear it bitching, moaning, crying, complain about stuff, and tell me, are you going to eat that Whopper, or maybe you shouldn't have that, or do this, or all that other stuff? You don't think I need that?
Well, you'd want to live for it, so you'd put the.
I'm telling you, listen. I'm telling you right now. If they had robots, they could make
Edward.
They could make, and it would. We wouldn't have that. We wouldn't have. There would be no more marriages. There wouldn't be men and women anymore. We wouldn't need. Men wouldn't need women, and women wouldn't need men. It would be amazing.
That'd be sad as fuck.
Why would it be? Do you think so? I don't think so.
I think there's something to be said for a human companion.
You know something? I'll disagree with you, because to be honest with you, the only reason we kind of hang around with each other is for that whole sex. Because listen, men and women don't really get along. We're not really friends. You have guys have their guy friends, and women have their women friends.
I have way more men friends than I have women friends.
Well, okay, you have men friends, and they can have women friends or whatever. You have your friends, and then you wouldn't need somebody in your house fucking up your bathroom and pissing on the floor and
not changing the toilet paper roll,
not changing the toilet paper, and all those annoying things that that men do, or whatever.
You like this one? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look, he's back.
Right.
He's got another Twitter. He's got another Facebook account, or YouTube account. Proxy's back. All right, Proxy, enjoy yourself, buddy.
Not for long.
I'm putting Duchess in charge of blocking all your accounts.
Sorry.
Nitwit.
Sorry, Proxy. Really, I mean, we can have a discussion, but you can't just do this.
Yeah, you just can't come in here and spam the chat.
I'm gonna mom you. You have to not do this. It's okay.
Right.
We can talk, but
all right. So Half Pint Forge says, imagine her indigestion when she opens the box and realizes the company sent her the Mike Moore model instead.
I would be really sad about that.
Oh no, not the Mike Moore. Oh.
Return. Go back right to Amazon. Be like, send this fucker back. Nope.
Half Pint says, we've already self-sabotaged as our species. As a species, we've been tumbling towards the old terminal touchdown for the past few generations. All right, so I thought about this. So here's the other thing you could do. So what you would do is like women, they could get pregnant. Like they would just go to the sperm bank. That's all. You can get whatever you want. You can get tall, Greek, African,
well,
Egyptian,
you can order your own baby.
You can order you can basically order your own sperm. Right. Now here's the problem though. You'd have to get a QR code. And then when your baby got older and started dating, if they came from another, they would have to scan the QR codes to make sure they're not brother and sister.
Well, you're also then relying on somebody to be like accurate with their records. So
no, this would have to be accurate.
Well, we would hope so.
Edward says John is a prisoner. John has sex with Monopoly boards. There we go. See, that's better. See, Proxy, learn from Edward. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Bob's a little groupie. I have Boomer Bob. I need no other man. Okay. You say that. Let's just use Bob's a little groupie as a test case.
Well, she's lovely, so.
She's lovely. Imagine having Bob, but without all his annoying habits. Huh? Am I selling it now?
It's still young. It's still new and fresh for them. So
you can have Bob. But he doesn't go sit in his room, and he doesn't bother you when you're watching TV, and he doesn't, all the annoying things that Bob does. You get Bob without the annoying thing. Yeah, look, Dean says, you get Bob without the blink blink. See,
oh my God, Dean.
This would work. But it could. In this scenario, it could if you could get a robot that would do everything that you needed to do around the house and all, and be Bob-like, but without all Bob's annoying Bobisms. I'm just saying that.
I don't know. Like
at that point, it's not Bob.
Yeah.
It's better. It's Bob 2.0. It's better than Bob. It's Build Bob Better.
We got a couple good episode titles tonight.
Build Bob Better.
Build Bob Better.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's something to be said for me, like human companionship. Like, even if it's like just to spend time to talk, and it's, if you have a robot, just like regurgitates phrases, like your little Alexa thing next to you, it's, I mean, I guess that could work, but
Bob
there's
thinks
something
that
to be
his
said
Bob
for
robot won't eat ass. Bob's robot would eat ass better than Bob.
Bob's fussy about what he eats.
Yeah. Bob won't have ketchup, mayonnaise, or anything like that, but he'll put his tongue
this,
in an asshole.
This Bob won't smoke or do chews or do vapes. Like, there
right.
you go.
There you go. Right.
So the rest
It's
you
like
could beat
Bob
out
with
of him.
better breath.
Well, he'd save more money, but
See, here you go. If he didn't smoke, the rest can be beat out of him. I
Yeah.
understand. Well, you know what it is, Bob's little groupie. I understand. You like a good project. You like it's like I can take this guy and I can mold him into what I want. I get it. A lot of women do that.
well, I think everybody, I mean, you become, I'll say for some relationships, the person becomes better or they mesh together as to like a couple, like that, whatever works for them. So that happens. And then there's some couples it doesn't work. So, and I can see if, I think there's more people that if they could have a robot instead of dealing with people, they would do that. And I think that's not so good. Like, you need to learn to interact, because I think people are getting more reclusive. Every passing year, I think more people tend to stay inside or not go out or just deal with things because you can do everything online. Like, why not? So why not just have sex with a robot? I mean, have you seen the footage of Elon Musk's robots and Mar-a-Lago? Mm-hmm. Those weird, they look like giant weird ants or something. They just so imagine, so Elon Musk is extremely talented, and imagine him creating something, and that's what it looks like, and you're gonna hook up with that every night. Like, that's creepy.
But
it's
remember,
creepy.
It looks like Mike Rowe, and it talks like Mike Rowe.
Yeah, but it's not.
I think at first, listen, I would imagine the first 2-3 times that it might be a little awkward. But I have a feeling after the fourth time, you'd be like, I got about 15 to 20 minutes. Let's go. Half pint.
Well, I guess you could program it to finish to like exactly when you're ready. I suppose it would learn.
That's right.
Would it be like AI? It's like always learning like what you like, and then I guess
that's right.
I guess it's trainable. Well,
that's right.
That.
Yeah, it does everything you want it to do. Exactly how you wanted to do it. Gives you just what you want, when you want, how you want it. It's your servant.
Bruce said, "Chick robots don't fart."
That's true. Especially when you take the meat out of the meat locker.
Oh my God.
All right. Half Pint Ford says, sounds like a brave new world that you're building, just missing some. Anyhow, I thought it was a pretty good movie.
No, Dean, we're not going there.
Edward says, how would you get the robot to shit on your chest? All right. Well, that would be something.
Well, I guess it could be whatever you pump into it. You could just pump it back out.
Yeah, I'm sure it could do something like that. Look.
Oh, that's so gross.
Horrible designs. Right into the microphone. Don't turn your head away from that microphone. I want to hear everything.
I don't want to cough in it.
That's all right. I want everything. Horrible design says, sign me up. See? I'm telling you.
Jason.
Brave new world out there.
Yeah, Dean says about Duchess Robot. Sound like the song. No.
Yeah. Duchess Robot.
Oh.
Dean,
No.
you could get yourself a Duchess Robot.
Oh my God.
Now that's something.
Now, that's a terrible thing. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that.
All of a
That's
sudden,
disgusting.
Duchess Robot.
Disgusting robot.
Duchess goes out to Michigan to hang out with everybody, and there's like 4 or 5 Duchess robots out there with all the guys.
No, first of all, that would be a fucking no. Nobody would do that. That's
Eric
terrible.
Zane would have a Duchess robot.
He certainly would not.
Yes, he would. Who wants a real doll with personality? Right here. This guy, I'll do it. Heck with that. I don't care. Especially if it's going to clean the house and cook meals. What are you kidding me? Absolutely. I would absolutely have one.
Well, you could just go over to some poor third world country and marry some poor woman to do that.
Right. Those robots, yeah, but you know what? Again, they got to. Those robots are better looking than some of the women my brothers brought home from the bar. See, this is what I'm talking about.
No,
exactly what I'm talking about. Bruce is pre-ordering the Duchess robot as we speak.
No, stop it.
Just telling you, it's the truth. I mean, I know you say that you wouldn't do this. I know, listen, women are like, oh, that's horrible. Put him over there. Put him in that room over there. I'll be, all right, owner manual. It's got an app. All right, how do I get the app on my phone? Got it, no problem. There we go. That's horrible. I would never have one.
I don't know how we ended up here. These comments are terrible.
The Duchess robot with the Duchess oven capabilities. I think that's. I think he's talking about your vagina.
Oh my God.
Isn't he? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm sure he's not.
All right.
Oh my God. Touch butt stuff. I think he might have actually been talking about like cooking. Perhaps.
Listen, Louise says he'd have 3 Dutch bots. God damn.
You should explain that to your girlfriend.
What girlfriend? What girlfriend? I've got 3 Dutch bots. I don't need a girlfriend.
God, stop it. Oh, y'all are nuts.
Well, listen, you say that, but you know, bitches be crazy because right now, women are still losing their shit over this election.
They are.
They are.
Well, that's true. I guess there's a good chance, not a total 100% probability, you may not get murdered by your robot.
Right.
But you never know.
Uh-huh. I'm just saying. Hold on. So let's get into it because, again, the women are insane. And the 4B movement it's building. And not only is it building, it is also morphing into other things.
Brainwashed, bitchy, bitter, and now bald. I think I finally understand the 4B movement.
There you go.
Somebody please tell me why the fuck y'all are out here shaving your heads. All because Kamala didn't fucking win. Please tell me what the fuck is that going to do? See somebody say, they not dating men no more. They not having kids until they get married. Ain't that what the fuck we supposed to do? Then you got motherfuckers on here in their car screaming, spitting every fucking way.
This
Do
chick
y'all
is
not think y'all are
hysterical.
being a tad bit fucking... Just didn't know this is how people react. I understand being upset, but god damn. Cutting your hair out? What the fuck is that going to solve? I'm not knocking nobody for being upset. You know, they have the fucking right to. I'm just saying maybe we shouldn't display it that way on the internet. Just maybe. And see, y'all already know they don't want a female president because they think that we get overly emotional. You kind of proving them right. Stop it!
Hey, quick question. What the fuck? No. Hey, quick question. Are you fucking kidding me? No. Hey, quick question.
Oh my God, stop. Stop screaming. Psychos.
There we go.
What? Okay, look. I get it. All right, you're upset. Your team lost. I fucking get it. But you're so upset and devastated, you're going to go get in the fucking car and set your shot up properly so you can react on cue. Fuck off. Fuck you. Stop it. Suck it up. Find better candidates. Do something better if you can. You can't. Fucking move on. Like, just stop. Stop. And stop giving these fucking idiots airtime. God damn it. Ugh.
Well, if we did that,
These women are so awful.
We'd only have a 15-minute show.
No, it's probably true. Well, if you keep bringing up sex robots, we're going to have like a fucking hour
I understand that. But let me just say this to you. One of the things I do love is I love AI because AI brings out the truth. Even when people, go on and they put that bullshit public relations statement out. Like when Kamala did, she came out and she said, oh, it's okay. This is American. This is, the voting is
Right.
the people. The people have spoken and all that. This is what she really wanted to say.
It appears I have lost the race. Donald Trump, Elon Musk, Fox, and everyone else that wasn't on Team Joy. Fuck you. Fuck all of you. You motherfuckers just can't stand to see a strong black and occasionally Indian woman succeed. How the fuck did I get 15 million less votes than that retard Joe Biden in 2020? And pardon my language, but everyone knows under a second Trump term, we're allowed to say retarded again. So get off my balls. But seriously, how the fuck did Joe get 15 million more votes than me? I'm starting to think maybe we did steal that election in 2020. No way his dusty ass did that much better than me. Shit, I barely got more votes than Hillary Clinton. And we've imported 50 million illegals since 2016. And you know they're all voting for me. As for what's next for me, I'm still in charge of this country until January 20th. You heard that right? Joe doesn't know where the fuck he is half the time. So plan on an action-packed next couple of months. Might even fuck around and invade Canada. Finally, thanks for fucking nothing, America. You made Rachel Maddow and Van Jones cry again. I hope you're all very happy with yourselves.
I am. I'm actually very happy with myself, to be quite honest with you. All right.
This election thing is just going to go on and on and on. It's just not stopping. And the fact the way people are reacting, I get it, but like, stop. It's not productive. You acting like a maniac in front of your children. Like, show your children how to be better. Like, okay, we're not happy. But not for nothing. If you have little kids, they shouldn't even fucking know what this is. They shouldn't even know. Don't drag your babies into this.
All right. So I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to address this. All right. So Proxy is one of the guys that I met when I first got on Discord with Dave from Rubberneckers. Australian Dave, long time ago. Mm-hmm. And apparently somebody is trolling Proxy in his channel. Right. So he says, why are you, Andrew, Doug, and Dave Chaffee still trying to ruin my life? Dude, you are psychotic, okay? Nobody is doing this. If there's somebody over there trolling you, it's not us. That's number one.
We're not.
They're using our names. I can understand this. And then he says, my boss won't let me do this to me. Now, here's the problem that I have with Proxy. I'm not sure that he's not certifiably crazy. I'm not. I'm not sure that he's not, like, imagining all this shit. I don't know. But, I haven't been over to his channel, so I don't know what's going on over there. But apparently he's having some kind of shit fit over there, and somebody's messing around with him. And he says, the police have been notified that Dave is paying Andrew to stalk me. Okay.
Andrew who?
Remember Andrew from the Rubberneckers, the kid?
Oh, God. Way back. Yeah.
Yeah, way back.
Like
him?
early Like early Rubberneckers. Yeah. Okay.
Early Rubberneckers. So.
All right. You gotta,
Yeah.
Sorry, Proxy.
Listen,
but
Proxy,
we're not involved in this.
I understand it. You think that I'm over there trying to ruin your life and shit. I have not been over there. No. It's not me. I don't know who's doing this to you. But obviously they've watched Rubberneckers and they know all of us, and they're just telling you this, and you're having a psychotic episode. And I understand it sucks. I get it, but it's not us.
It's not us.
No, it's not. I got too much shit going on to go over there and fuck with you, and I wouldn't fuck with you anyhow. It's ridiculous.
Shit, he had you on one of the last episodes there, Proxy, for crying out loud.
And not
he
only
liked
that,
you.
If I was going to fuck with anybody, I'd fuck with Edward. If I was going to fuck with anybody, that would be fun. It'd be no fun to fuck around with you, to be quite honest with you. Edward says, my dog was not spayed because of what you told the mailman to do.
Yeah, we don't even, it's whatever.
Bob says, Dave fucked his Andrew pillow so much you can't tell it's Andrew anymore.
Ew. So did Dave have a thing for Andrew? Is that
I don't know.
Just, Dave is just gross.
And then Aaron from I Had to Say It says, Proxy sounds like a real cunt. Now, he's okay. He's not a bad guy. Just something he says. Why do you keep on lying? I know what to tell you.
All right. Proxy, we're not playing the game anymore. We're really not.
I don't care. We can play the game. I'm just telling you, it's not me. I'm not.
It's getting a little silly.
Yeah. I think this is... I think this is what's going on. All right.
Changing the subject.
Yeah, we're going to change the subject now.
Thank you, Sparky.
So this is I saw this is another AI thing, but I don't know if this is too far off. This sounds pretty interesting. Think about this if this was actually true.
Tough break for Cammy, huh?
You just started a war.
No, I just finished one. I am going to do everything in my power to end you.
Listen here, I've been around a lot longer than you.
Yeah, no shit.
You never understood how this really works. You were always a good soldier for them, but not me. I didn't get plucked out of nowhere like you did. I spent 40 years hiding skeletons for those fucks.
I knew you were fucking stupid, but this is insane. You really don't know the enemies you just made. We are going to erase you from history.
Oh, like I give a fuck. I've made my bed. I'll lay in it. I know my family's protected. How about yours? How long do you think before investigations start? How long do you think you'll stay useful to them? Besides, give yourself some credit. You were the one that dared him to run, but now I gave him the Oval Office. How about you?
Joe, what the fuck did you do?
I don't remember. I'm just a crazy old man, right?
Did you make a deal with him?
Like I said, my family's protected. Hold on, I got someone who wants to talk to you.
Hello, Barry. It's been quite a long time, hasn't it?
This isn't fucking over.
That's so spooky. It sounds like this could be legit, like really.
The reason I say that is, welcome to the Biden crime family investigation.
This is a Fox News alert. All new this morning, House Republicans finding President Biden and his family received more than $27 million from foreign individuals and entities since 2014. Lawmakers call it an impeachable conduct. Brooke Singman is in Chicago with this story. Brooke, good morning.
Yeah. Good morning, Ainsley. I obtained a copy of this 292-page report from House Republicans. They're on the House Oversight, Judiciary, and Ways and Means committees, and they've been leading this impeachment inquiry against President Biden for months. So they said their investigation found that President Biden engaged in impeachable conduct and said he abused his office and, quote, defrauded the United States to enrich his family. Republicans revealed that since 2014, the Biden family and its associates received more than $27 million from foreign individuals and entities. They also found that while Biden was serving as vice president, the Biden family got more than $8 million in loans from Democratic benefactors. And they say those loans have not been repaid. So this report says, in part, quote, as vice president, President Biden actively participated in a conspiracy by, among other things, attending dinners with his family's foreign business partners and speaking to them by phone, often when being placed on speakerphone by Hunter Biden.
So,
well, shocking. So what now that's like coming out? Like, I mean, like Bob says, you know, fuck their investigation. We lost social media accounts for saying this was happening. So yeah. So all of a sudden now people are realizing, oh wait, he's really getting kickbacks. Of course,
that's not what happened. What's happening now is the mainstream media is now allowed to go and cover these stories. This was always out there. We've known about it since when he was running. We knew that Hunter Biden was running around picking up bags of cash. He got
hookers
like
and
$3 million.
Yeah,
well, he got $3 million from the mayor of Moscow's wife. He was getting millions of dollars from Chinese business interests. They were putting them in offshore accounts. We've known this. We've all known this, but the media would not touch it. The mainstream media wouldn't touch it. No. But since he went out there and basically stuck a knife in Kamala's back and got President Trump
elected, it's all dumping back on him. I got
now all of a sudden.
We're no longer protecting him. Yeah, I got it.
You know, so it's like I said.
It's disgusting.
Where's the tinfoil for my hat? Now, again, this is supposed to be it's supposed to be a conspiracy theory, but hey, if this all starts coming out right now, all of a sudden, after 4 years, now all of a sudden they figured this shit out. I don't know.
No, is it going to go anywhere? Do you think? Like, who's going to go down for this?
It could.
He's going to pardon Hunter. Hunter's going to get pardoned at the very last minute. So who's going to go down? The brother? Maybe, unless he pardons him. Or
hey, look, you know what they have to do?
Is he charged with anything? So
I'm just telling you, the powers that be, what they have to do is if anybody steps out of line like Biden, they have to pay the price. So could this happen? I think it's a very good possibility. But forget all that, Duchess. Yeah. The big story tonight.
Right.
Bigfoot is in New Jersey.
We just found Bigfoot, and here it is. An individual
that is not far from
reached
me
out to me at the Bigfoot Society podcast at 12:30 p.m. Central Standard Time today with a sighting he had just an hour earlier in the state of New Jersey. For future reference, this is November 6, 2024, near the area of Lacey Township in New Jersey. The witness was walking his dog in the Pine Barrens near an abandoned mine near Lacey Township. While walking on a small trail around some brush, his dog who was usually fearless, became hesitant to go any further. The dog refused to chase what he thought initially was a deer. However, looking up, he saw a tall black figure from the back, which quickly fled upon noticing him. The figure appeared over 6 feet tall, and the witness could only see the back of his neck and noticed such things as no ears and also not so much of a neck at all.
This might have been Edward. Was Edward over your house at any time?
Bob says it was Chris Christie.
No,
Chris Christie's not running.
He said
He's
it
not running for
yeah,
nothing.
exactly.
The creature then moved swiftly through the thicket, pushing aside the brush with its arms. The witness stayed silent, hoping to observe more, but could only hear the loud noise of many, many branches and trees being broken as the creature fled. Stay tuned for more developing details on this, and if you have seen a Bigfoot in this area, please put what you've seen in the comments or contact me directly.
There we go.
I need that guy's info. I will tell you this. That is not far from me, so at all. So I'll have to keep my eyes open. I guess I won't be going for a walk at night. There's not much in the way of woods near me, but I can think of a few spots in Lacey Township where that could be.
Yeah.
Where they thought it might be.
Well, I'm going to tell you something right now. The people that are in this 4B movement, or what I would call your leftist white women that are losing their shit right now, they're taking it a little too far. Have you heard about Aqua Tofana? Have you heard this little thing that they want to bring back?
No.
All right, so
I don't know of it.
Aqua Tofana is where this was from like the 1600s, and there was this person, I think her name was Tofana, and what she did was she made this poison, and like say your husband was like physically assaulting you and beating you and everything.
Okay.
What they would do is she would get the potion, the wife would get this potion, pour it in the husband's drink, the husband would drink it and die mysteriously, just for no reason, just have like a heart attack or something, right?
I hate when that happens.
So that's what they're doing right now. It says women online have taken filming ghoulish murder fantasy videos in which they romanticize lacing men's beverages with deadly poison as a justifiable response to the fears about abortion rights under the second Donald Trump presidency. Do you believe this bullshit?
People are crazy. Stop it.
In a plea
but also, not for nothing, a lot of women are fascinated with like true crime, so that wouldn't surprise me.
Exactly. Right. They're crazy. In a plea for common sense, a woman posted a TikTok video urging people to participate in the MATGA to think long and hard about what they're doing. Do you know that these videos can be used for evidence against you, right? Giving off premeditated vibes. The internet is forever. Also, in the 1600s, there was a lot different than 2024. Advancements in detecting poison.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Liberal women have been registering their dismay of the outcome of the election through the MATGA movement and a number of other ways.
Oh my God,
the Democratic Party and the mainstream media's fault for gaslighting progressive white women. I agree with this. So this is what happened. This is what the media, mainstream media, Kamala Harris, the Democrats, they've whipped all these white women up into thinking that they're going to be handmaid tale, they're going to lose their abortion rights, they're coming for you, all this other shit. Yeah. And now they've got the desired result. They're just scared shitless of that they're shaving their heads, they're wearing blue bracelets.
This is insane.
Which I think is fantastic. Yeah. I want, because now if I see
you can identify the loonies that just cross the road. Like,
right.
Nope, we're not even dealing with you. Yeah.
A bald-headed lady with a blue bracelet, you just stay away from them. That's fine. But
so would it mean like if I'm in public and I like have my hair and I'm just dressed and I'm wearing makeup, obviously I'm not a Kamala supporter. Do I get like attacked? Like, is that a thing?
Well, I'll tell you what I wouldn't do. I would not wear any Trump paraphernalia in any restaurant, in any place where I would be getting food or anything like that. There's no way that
they'll spit in your food for sure.
Exactly. They'll spit in your food, and filthy bastards. But check this one out.
Do you guys know what the first rule of being in a cult is? I just saw this really good video of this woman, and
shave your head.
that she left a cult. She said, you don't know when you're in the cult that you're in the cult. You don't know until you're out of the cult. But there's one thing that all cults do. Do you know what they do? They all tell you to abandon people who don't agree with you. Don't listen to people who don't agree with you. Don't talk to people who don't agree with you. Don't spend time with people who disagree with you, because that's the only way you can hold the integrity of your belief. Just think about that for a minute.
Oh, she's not wrong. It's isolation. So the more you isolate somebody, and they're easy pickings, like, because you just separate them from the herd. So there's no thinking. Now it's just they pull you in, and now you're with the people who care about you, who are going to make sure you're fed, you're cuddled, your butt's wiped, all that nonsense. And next thing you know, you're out there shaving your head and screaming in your car like a fucking moron. Like a fucking moron. Stop it. God damn it. There you go.
Well, it's been rough. It was not what I was expecting at all, considering some of the rhetoric he has said. I thought we as a nation were smarter, but I guess not. To my transgender and friends and, the people who it affects, as long as you stay alive, they cannot say we don't exist.
No one says you don't exist.
You can exist. We don't care that you exist.
Just stay away from the kids.
Just stop.
Stay away from the kids.
Just do you. You do you, boo. That's okay.
We don't care. All right?
That's the country I live in. You could do what you want.
Right. That's fine.
Without hurting people. Yeah.
Being a Satanist means rebelling against them because they're wrong. And as long as you draw a breath, every breath you take is a rebellion. Keep on fighting because you just have to. Hail Satan, hail reason always.
Okay. Now, listen.
It'd be really cool at the end if there was like a little red flare in her eyes or their eyes.
Right.
Is
I'm
there?
just going to tell you right now.
Not sure.
I can understand why you don't believe in God and you believe in Satan. You, unfortunately, did not hit the looks
genetic
lottery.
jackpot.
Yeah. Your poor chicklets looks like a crap game. They're all over the place.
Yeah. Look, like, it's unfortunate. Like, it's some bad luck here. And,
Yes.
but it.
But to be honest with you, ma'am, if you grew your hair out and shaved your goatee now and went and had your chiclets fixed, who knows? Maybe you could get
You know what? There's a lock for every key. Like, there's someone for everyone. I firmly believe that. You know,
do?
but I do. I think there's someone for everyone. I really do.
Okay.
You may have to look a little more, but,
her?
Hi, guys. This
Oh.
video...
Oh, that poor woman.
She's a fucking... Bob says...
Who wrote Uggs Bunny?
Uggs Bunny.
Oh. God damn it. No. That's so sad. That poor soul. Okay. She didn't ask to be born with, like, no neck. I'm pretty sure.
Well, what I'm saying is, do you think maybe the bun on top of the already shit-formed head...
And shooting it from, like, your no neck, that you could have shot that a little better. But
Look, I'm just saying something. You've got a bad camera angle.
Can you highlight Josh's comment? It's the
Little
trash heap from Fraggle Rock. If anybody remembers Fraggle Rock. Down on Fraggle Rock.
I mean,
oh my God.
Yeah.
Has been done a few times for me because I'm struggling myself, and I know there's others that are struggling as well as of the election results currently. Why, yes, every vote still needs to be recounted and everything else. Nothing is officially, but it is official. I just want to let you all know that if you need to talk, I will be available to talk. If you want to talk to other family members or anything, have a bottle of wine, an entire bottle of wine. It's okay.
Or chocolate cake.
Having ice cream.
Yeah.
Just talk to someone. Get out your coping skills, anything like that. If you want to not talk to friends or family, There is also, if you need, the crisis number, which is 988. Everyone is struggling, and I hope that somehow, eventually, we can all, I don't know what to say, right, but I can't really say to get better because it's gonna be hard. I don't know.
Okay, I get it. You don't know.
All right, well, at least she's not. Look, at least she wasn't out there screaming and acting, and her video seemed much more heartfelt than some of the others that we have seen. You know,
Bob,
that's
get
a
out of the
rough one.
back of the Boomer Bunker podcast
Oh,
YouTube
Bob,
thing and stop putting it in there. This is Bob saying it's true, Proxy. We're paying Andrew to stalk you. Knock it off, Bob. I don't need that crazy nut getting in my life. Please. Please, please, please. Enough of that. All righty.
Oh, it's Proxy.
I mean, and listen, you know, there's some black women out there. They're very upset about this. I mean, listen to this poor woman.
I'm sorry.
Do
you really hate me that
bad?
No.
So this young black woman's sitting in her car, and so
Instead of screaming.
when she opens her mouth, you just
Right.
hear the chirps of the fire smoke alarm. So yeah, I laughed super, super hard when I watched this about 8 times earlier today. They just repeated it over and over because it was well done, and it was very clever and funny. But it's, I mean, again, why are we sitting in our car? Is that the studio? Like, is that everybody's studio?
That's just where it's very. I'll be honest with you. The car inside of a car has very good acoustics. It doesn't, you know, there's not a lot of back and there's not a lot of echo, a lot of reverb. It is very good. The inside of a car has a very good acoustic.
For screaming,
for doing stuff like this, I guess. And then the other thing is, why would you put this in your house where people could see what you look like and where you live? Just do it inside your car. I get it.
Come on,
here's some more dumb women on MAGA men.
Ladies, you're not
This is a
helping out,
message
really.
for all the men that voted for Donald Trump
That's
and
me.
claim to be alpha males.
That's me.
She
You're
has
no
a
alpha.
large forehead.
I'm not.
You're meek.
I am.
You're small.
I am.
You were manipulated and conned by a man who's much more powerful than you will ever be, has more money than you will ever have. And you were so manipulated by him.
Oh, really?
That you signed the rights of your wives and your daughters' bodies away.
All right. I'm sorry. You're an idiot. You're dumb. You're very dumb. You're a moron. And the reason I say that is because you haven't lost any of your rights. Again, you've been
Please tell me
manipulated.
which rights you've lost.
Yeah, what have you lost there?
What don't you
crackhead?
have today?
What have you lost? I understand you got. See, now she's not in her
Five-head.
car. See,
Yeah.
she should get in her car. This would be better. All right, you signed on here because you're really mad because you think you've lost something you haven't lost, like your car keys or your man.
Right.
This is why. This is exactly right here. See her? This is why we want sex robots. This is why we want a robot that'll cook and clean and do and shut her fucking yap right here.
This is why we
'Cause
want sex robots.
She's not done.
Yeah.
You're no alpha.
No, she's-
I'm an alpha.
Oh,
this is what an alpha looks like.
Yeah, sure you are.
Okay?
Right.
All right, honey.
You couldn't provide for your own families. Okay? You couldn't provide for your own
Okay.
family. So you went and voted for a rapist.
He isn't a rapist. This is the bullshit that you believe from your side. This is the nonsense that you believe. You're not an alpha. You're a beta too. Also,
She's
whatever.
clearly insane.
Yeah, but look
It's
at the
the
smile
eyes.
on
Look
her
at her,
face.
because she's crazy.
Yeah,
she's crazy. It's that spooky.
You know why I'm an alpha?
Please tell me why
I'll
you're
tell
an
you
alpha.
why I'm an
Okay,
alpha.
tell me why.
Alpha.
I would walk through fire I would walk through.
Hey, listen,
Fucking believe
nobody will
that.
stop you. I got 5 gallon of gas and some matches. Let's do that fire walk sooner than later. Okay, babe?
Yeah.
All right, Alpha babe?
Glass, barefoot.
Oh, barefoot.
If gas prices were $150 a gallon,
I would pay.
before I ever let another man vote on my daughter's body.
My daughter's body. Okay.
It's my daughter's body. See, my daughter's body.
Calm yourself down. Jeez.
Because I want to let you know something, depending on the state you live in,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Chaos. Yeah.
Any man, no matter what his history, no matter what horrific things he may have done in his life, can happily skip over to his local voting booth and cast a vote on your wife's body, on your daughter's body. The women you claim to protect, and you let that happen.
Now, by her accent, do you think she lives in a state where abortion is illegal?
Absolutely
Guarantee
not.
she's either North Jersey, New York, that area.
She's East Coast for sure.
Yeah, she's definitely East Coast, which just means that she can, that her daughter, and her, they could go get a baby sucked out of their hoo-ha anytime they wanted to. Probably. Matter of fact, they could probably deliver the baby and have it beat with a hammer on the table, because 9 months thing.
Because you can't drive your big truck anymore. Got a little too expensive. And let's face it, we all know the psychology behind the man, and the bigger his truck gets, right?
Oh, see, since we have
is that a wiener
bigger-
joke?
Yeah,
Oh,
see,
she's
since we have
funny.
big truck, it's with makeup for our small penises.
Oh, I see.
Listen,
that
you-
explains so much. Okay.
Listen, you dried up old greasy piece of shit. Nobody wants you
Go
anyhow
shave
with
your
your
head.
5 head and your nonsense and your stupid smile. Do us a favor.
She actually is. She's spooky looking.
Yeah.
I think it's. I would prefer if she was screamy. It's
I would
that,
prefer
It's
that
that
she-
calm, cold.
Yeah, she shave her
creepiness.
head
Yeah.
and get a blue bracelet. That's what I would think she should do. I know.
Oh, there you
I
go.
get it.
Aaron says they always talk so tough, but they never follow through.
Of course they don't.
Yeah. Yeah. she's a
Well,
little
let's talk
kooky.
about health rights. This was I guess this was some kind of Congress, whatever they call it, meeting, whatever it is, conference or whatever, and they were asking, the congressman was asking questions.
On this. Are there any states where women face prosecution for having an abortion?
No.
Are there any states that criminalize miscarriage
No.
or that care for for a miscarriage?
No.
Are there any states that criminalize removing an ectopic pregnancy?
No.
Are there any states that prohibit life-saving care for the mother?
No.
Are there any states where women have to be actively dying for a doctor to be able to act for her care?
No.
There's been a lot of rhetoric in this that I'm concerned pushes people away from getting access to health care. Vice President Harris, in a speech recently, said that women were being arrested and facing prosecution for experiencing miscarriages. Ms. Hackler, do you know of a single instance where a woman has been arrested for having a miscarriage or getting health care for that?
No, treatment for miscarriage is allowed under the law, and there have been instances where I think that one example of that that's been pointed to is misleading, because the woman, I think she was in Ohio, the charges against her were not abortion related, and so it's misleading to use that as an example.
It's not only misleading, but it scares women away from getting access to health care. And it leads women to not go get health care treatment when they desperately need it.
So you're saying she's lying? Kamala Harris is lying? Are you kidding me? I can't believe she lost this election. It's amazing.
Well, definitely misleading, and I think the problem is because it's not uniform in all states. In the state that you live in, you need to be well aware, and I do think it is the duty of doctors to inform especially their female patients, that if they're of that age, even from like say 16 to whatever, like that information should be readily available. I mean, yes, you can look it up, but it's sometimes if the doctor has particular paperwork just to say or reference something. I don't know. Maybe the medical field shouldn't be handing stuff out regarding that. I don't know, but it seems to be like maybe you just educate yourself as to what's going on in your state, and certainly make it easy to find, because it's not always simple to look for stuff like that, especially if you're young and you're panicked, you don't know.
Right, and you've been lied to by the media and by the people that you believe are not lying to you. If you're being gaslit, of course. But my favorite thing right now is that Trump's already making moves. And my favorite move right now, because I'm sure there's more coming. Tom Homan, who used to be the border czar, or used to be part of ICE, the head of ICE.
ICE, yeah.
Trump just made him in charge of the border. He's the new border czar. And
wait, that's a legit position?
It is now.
Was like made up.
It is now.
It is legit now.
It is funny because he was on 60 Minutes the other day, and they were asking about the cost, because that's the big thing. How much is it going to cost the American taxpayer? We're in such debt now. You have to deport these. It's going to cost billions and billions of dollars. Well, it costs billions and billions of dollars to get them here. I'm sure it's going to cost billions and billions of dollars to get them out of here. That's fine, because we're going to get him out of here. So here he is on 60 Minutes.
I have seen one estimate that says it would cost $88 billion to deport 1 million people a year.
I don't know if that's accurate or not.
Is that what American taxpayers should expect?
What price do you put on national security? Is that worth it?
Is there a way to carry out mass deportation without separating families?
Of course there is. Families can be deported together.
That was such a brutal line. And she was not expecting that answer. She was like, oh.
I love it when
they all go.
AOC, he was AOC had him, and he made an ass out of her. This is one of my favorite, because you can tell halfway through this, she knows that she's fucked.
Mr. Holman, your name is on this. Is this correct?
Yes,
I
signed that memo.
20 feet away.
So you are the author of the family separation policy?
I am not the author of this memo.
You're not the author, but you signed the memo.
Yes, a zero tolerance memo.
So you provided the official recommendation to Secretary Nielsen on for the United States to pursue family separation.
I gave Secretary Nielsen numerous recommendations on how to secure the border and save lives.
But it says here that you gave her numerous options, but the recommendation was option 3, family separation.
What I'm saying, this is not the only paper where we've given the Secretary numerous options to secure the border and save lives.
And so the recommendation, of the many that you recommended family separation.
I recommended zero tolerance.
Which includes family separation.
The same as is with every U.S. citizen parent gets arrested when they're with a child.
Zero tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separated that father from his family.
Mr. Holman, with all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
When you're into the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum, you go through the port of entry, do it the legal way. The Attorney General of the United States has made that clear.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Don't ask questions you don't know the answer to. Like, that's the whole thing. He schooled her, pretty abruptly.
Here's another one. He takes no shit. I love this guy. I love this guy.
And you're the member. We agree on that. Fix it. We agree. Mr. Holman, you have said that most immigrants are, quote, not criminals other than the criminal act that they do when they enter the country illegally. That is why I think...
murderers aren't criminals, except for the thing that when they murder.
Until they murder.
Right. And bank robbers, they're not criminals until, you look at the bank robbery.
Until they do criminal things, yeah.
Right, when you do criminal things. If you, besides looking at the crimes that you committed, you're not really a criminal. Is that true?
I think we ought to revisit decriminalizing desperation, striking sections 1325 and 1326 of Title 8 of the U.S. Code, the statutes that the administration has leveraged to separate thousands of children from their families. Mr. Holman, do you understand that the consequences of separation of many children will be lifelong trauma and carried across generations? Have we not learned from the internment of Japanese Americans? Mr. Holman, I'm a father. Do you have children? How can you possibly allow this to happen under your watch? Do you not care? Is it because these children don't look like children that are around you?
Uh-oh.
That's
He's
a
pulling
shit
out the
thing to
race
say.
card, right?
Yeah.
And you can tell this guy is winding up because he's about had it with this guy right here.
Don't get it. Have you ever held a deceased child in your arms?
First of all, your comments are disgusting. I've served my
I
country.
find your
I've served my
comments
country. I've served my
disgusting
country
as
for
well,
34
sir.
years.
I find your
this
comments
is out of
disgusting
control.
as well.
I've served my country for 34 years, and yes, I held a 5-year-old boy in my arms. That in back of that tractor trailer, I knelt down beside him and said a prayer for him because I knew what his last 30 minutes of his life were like, and I had a 5-year-old son at the time. What I've been trying to do my 34 years serving my nation is to save lives. So for you to sit there and insult my integrity and my love for my country and for children, that's why this whole thing needs to be fixed. And you're the member of
We
Congress.
agree on that.
Fix it.
We agree on
You
that,
have
but I
failed it. You
disagree.
have-
But I also
Hold on.
disagree with your characterization of immigrants as prone
Congress
to
has served American
criminality.
people for 3 decades on this.
Gentleman's time has expired.
No one in this room has seen what I've seen in my 34-year career.
Very well.
No one has experienced what I've experienced. I've saw many dead bodies coming across this border. And you want to talk about the memo? This memo is one option to stop death. Not just about enforcing the law, stop death. If you want to legalize illegal immigration, good luck with that, because it's going to get a hell of a lot worse on that border. If you say, okay, from now on, there will be no consequence, no deterrence. It's not illegal to come to this country illegally. More families will come. 31% women would be raped. More children would die. We're a nation of laws. If you don't like it, sir, change it. You're the legislator. I'm the executive branch. And I've served my country honorably for 34 years. And I will not sit here and have anybody say that I don't care about children because you're not the same color as my children.
Thank you very much.
Good for him. Good for him. How
Right?
dare
He
you
don't
pull
fuck
up the
around.
fucking race?
He does not.
So let's talk about, like, they're so concerned about separating families. Do you remember that little article that came out, and it's been touched on a few times, about the children that are missing that are unaccounted for?
Is it
under the
30,000?
Biden-Harris?
Is it 300,000?
Well, I think that number, it's at least 30,000 kids.
30,000
children.
kids they can't find.
30,000 they can't account for. That's a problem. That's a fucking problem. These kids have been human trafficked and they are sex trafficked. They are gone. These kids are gone. And it's horrifying. It's
I hear you.
horrifying. And then they're up here yelling. He's not wrong. Fix it. Let's fix it.
All going to get
Tighten
fixed
the border.
now.
Let's cut it down.
Tom is on the job. It is going to get fixed now. Just telling you that right now. So it's going to be fun to watch this. Here's what's going to happen now. The mainstream media is that they're going to investigate everything. Every person that gets deported, anybody that tries to, fight back and gets killed, and when they're going to be all this shit. I don't care. You know what? You came here illegally. You violated the law. You're a criminal, and you need to be taken out. And when I mean be taken out, taken back to your country of origin. And if you fuck around, you might find out. So, you know what? Don't resist. That's what I always say. Don't resist. Just go back. You came here illegally. In New York right now, Trump's not even president yet. The mayor of New York says, guess what? We're not giving you any more money for food. We're not doing that.
They don't have
We're
any
cutting
more
it all
money.
off. Right. So now some of these people actually start going back on their own.
Did you also hear that when they heard that Trump won the election, people went back? Like they were crossing, attempting to get in, and they just turned around and went back.
Cut around, and off they went. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Now,
This is working.
I don't know how accurate that is, but it's the whole point of this is there has to be this system it's not even there anymore. There's like not even a system. It's just fragments of stuff, and nothing works. But people are still getting their money. People are still sucking at the teat and taking thousands and millions of dollars, and it's helping nobody. Our country's getting weaker. More bad people are coming in. And look, I understand. Look, as my dad was an immigrant, my mother-in-law was an immigrant. They came in through the ports. They came in the way you're supposed to. And I understand that if you live in a shithole country that's dangerous and you want to get out, people are desperate and they will get out. And I understand people wanting to escape. I get it. And I don't live in a terrible condition. And I can't even imagine how some of these people live in horrible conditions. I can almost forgive people fleeing with their family to try to do a better life. But when you have fighting aged men with no children that are stampeding into this country, that's a problem. There's a huge problem. I don't have to tell anybody. It's I want people to be safe, but I don't want to be put in danger keeping people safe. Does that make sense? Like, everybody should be protected, and we have to do something. You've got to close the gates and fix it. You have to stop the hemorrhaging. We can't afford it. We just
Sparky
can't afford
Toaster
it.
says the Dems are firing the illegals since they did not help them beat Trump. Hey, we lost the
Yeah.
election. Get out.
Yeah, 18 million votes are missing.
Yeah, what's going on with that? They're not missing. 18 million people that were supposedly voted last time, they couldn't get the votes in this time.
Yeah,
So
because
we'll
they're dead. They didn't make it to the polls.
For whatever reason.
Well, they took a lot of people got off the rolls. Like a lot of the states, which they need to pay more attention to all the time. It should not be right at election time. It should be constant.
The other thing is
Clean those
Republicans voted early, and they didn't know how
Yes.
many ballots that they needed to fix this election. So basically, Republicans went and they voted early, and hopefully this was a free and fair election. We'll see what happens. Look.
So can I?
Okay.
When you're done, I want to mention about the early elections.
Mm-hmm.
So in North Carolina, we'll use North Carolina as an example. So one of the counties that got completely wiped out by the most recent, was it Helene, the most recent storm? So they all lined up to vote. Their town's destroyed. They still managed to get to vote. Okay. And then never mind the fact that that FEMA, did you see the story about them being instructed?
This was in Florida. That one FEMA guy, I guess a manager, said, "Don't go to Trump houses with Trump signs." Don't
I
go
thought
to
it was
Trump
also
signs.
in North Carolina. My bad.
I only
Okay.
heard Florida. It was just one person in Florida.
Okay.
So
Who's her boss? Who's that person's boss?
Well, I don't know, but they're fired now. They're
Of
gone.
FEMA? The
Yeah.
boss of FEMA?
Was it? No,
Mayorkas.
it was like a manager. It was like an
No,
on
no,
the ground
but-
manager.
Overall, who's the head of that? It's Mayorkas.
It is.
That motherfucker can't get out. He can't get out fast enough.
Right. I can't stand him. I really can't stand him.
I know FEMA is a director, but the overall overseer of that is Mayorkas.
All right. So I think we've done it all. I think we've said it all. But we have a new segment for this show, but it was something we brought over from Brand X podcast.
Yes.
Duchess wanted to do it, and I think it's a great idea. What we're going to do is we're going to shout out some of the podcasts that we listen to and friends of ours that, you might enjoy. So why don't you start us off with the list?
Okay. So in no random order. So we would love for you to check out these guys, all of the podcasts that we recommend and suggest. The T&A podcast with Jason Roach and Sam Hall.
They had a very good political episode the other day.
Yes.
I enjoyed that. They
don't normally do politics, so yeah.
Yeah, they finally took the tampons out and manned up and actually talked about something like podcasting. I get it. I understand these guys. It's not what they do. They like to talk about sex and dirty stuff. They enjoy that. I get that. And that Sam guy, whew, man, I'll tell you what.
They're too funny.
Yes. So, yeah, check those guys out. That's a good podcast. And then we always got the Who's Right podcast with Doug and Anthony. I'm a little mad at Doug and Anthony. I put a question in for Dear Flappy. It's been 3 weeks. I haven't heard shit yet. So I don't know if they just discarded my question because I guess they didn't feel like it fit the Who's Right. Well, whatever would you call? What would you call it? Like the Who's Right? I guess it wasn't good
Their
enough for
vibe?
their vibe.
Well, they're behind. They don't get they ask for emails and messages and they get them by the dozens. So their audience is very enthusiastic and shares a lot of that stuff. So I think that there's just a lot of emails. So
Okay.
That's what I think. But,
I think it's bullshit.
well, you'll have to talk to Doug and or Anthony.
What do you think, Deuce? What do you think?
I call bullshit.
All right.
I
get
call bullshit. Yeah.
All right. What do we got next?
Shitty Song of the Week with Red and Teresa. And we're kicking around a date, and we haven't gotten one yet, for John and I to be on
I
an
can't
episode
wait.
sometime in 2025.
Because
early in
Red
the year.
doesn't like me. And I can't wait to go on the show.
Wow, that's a great segue. That's awesome. Yeah,
Well,
that's
I mean, listen, I said to Duchess, pick out a shitty song, go into the Rush category,
I'm not-
catalog, and pick out a Rush song, and that should win. I'm just
That's
saying.
2 weeks in a row, 2 episodes in a row. You're shit talking Rush.
It's a terrible band. It's not very good. I'm sorry.
Oh my God. All right. I think we
so-
could just look at One by Metallica, perhaps. Maybe that'll
One.
do it.
One by Metallica. That's what we should use. I just want to go in and just shit talk with Red. That's all I want to do. It's funny because people say, I'll go on any podcast and talk to anybody about any topic. I do not care. I will go anywhere to talk to anybody about anything. So it's going to be interesting. I can't wait. I'm excited about this. And when is this going to be? We don't know yet.
It's sometime in January, February. A date has not been provided because they're wrapping up what they're doing for 2024 to come down to
it's
the
the
shitty
playoffs.
song of the year. Yeah, it's the playoffs.
Playoffs?
So I think I might be on the next episode I was on a couple weeks ago recording. So
look at
I
you.
might be on the next one coming out. Yeah, look at me.
All
look at me
right.
go.
That's good. The next podcast, I shake my head with Lisa and Sam. Now, here's a podcast where some of the listeners go from here, have heard about it from here, and go over there. This is the podcast that I do the editing, processing for, and put the show together and everything for Lisa and Sam. They're not very happy that the United States picked Donald Trump over Kamala Harris.
sure.
Well, they're communists up there and socialists, so. But they're very
Canadians.
upset because it's a woman. We need to have a woman. She's a retard, and she doesn't know anything or how to run a government or how to run a business or anything like that. I mean, she's been a lawyer, she failed the bar, and she's been a senator, and she ran for president in 2020 and was the first one out because Tulsi Gabbard destroyed her on the first debate stage. And she also called her running mate, Joe Biden, called him a racist, and so all that, but
that's a good time.
we should vote for her over somebody that was actually running the country and was doing quite well at the time. But they're Canadian, so what can you do?
And they're also in our fantasy football league. So
And she's also kicking
Lisa's
our ass.
kicking ass.
Jesus Christ, Samantha, who doesn't even know anything about football, doesn't watch football, has never played fantasy football, has a better record than I do right now. Jesus, I'm sorry.
Peace be with you, sir.
Okay.
I would also like to suggest the Weathered Report with Bruce, Jason, and Ken. They stream every morning on X Spaces, and then they also do a Sunday night show. So they were the ones, that was the show that John and I were on last week for election night. So they're very political like these past few months. So they're going to be kind of going back a little bit more towards their roots, talking more like entrepreneurship and some other topics, but there'll be a little bit of politics sprinkled in. But I think it's just not as heavy as it's been. But
right, and
they're an interesting bunch of guys. They're a lot of fun.
But you can also subscribe. It's also a podcast. It comes out every day as a podcast.
Yes.
If you want to go listen to it live, 9:00 Eastern, 6:00
Correct.
Pacific, you can go to the Spaces and listen to it live. But it also comes out as a podcast, so you can check that. You can subscribe to it and get it every day, like I do. Because a lot of times I can't. In the morning I'm kind of busy, so I can't really get in there to do it. Then sometimes I want to go in and listen live, but I can't really talk because I'm doing things around the house where it's too noisy and I can't really talk. So I just go in there. But they're very nice and they always want me to come on. And I feel bad that I won't go on, but I enjoy listening to them. Yes.
Jump on when you can. So
Duchess is there every morning, like clockwork. She loves it.
I'm able to. So.
She's in there making her lunch and making all kinds of noise in the background. In the podcast.
I know. I
Drives
feel
me
really
insane.
bad. I've been muting a lot more. So.
Atta girl. Okay, good for you. All right, Jody B. That Jody B. He has the Po Boys podcast, and he's like a Duchess. He's like a professional guest. You'll see him on the BYB podcast, and he goes on all kinds of. He was on with Red. He went to Shitty Song of the Week, and they did something last week, I think.
He was on with Doug and Anthony a couple weeks back.
He was on with Doug and Anthony. Yeah, he's like another one of those. He goes around and does other shows. And it's not. I'm not saying it's bad. Like you make it sound like you do the same thing. You go on other podcasts, which I think is wonderful. I'm very happy about that. I get
I'm
it.
delighted people even are interested to talk to me. So they hear me with you, and I figure they must be like, God damn,
I'm shocked as well.
John tolerates me.
It's not true. Stop it.
So we also have the Fine Whining podcast with our young friends Mike, Jerry, and Cheese. I haven't heard from Cheese lately, so
he's not on there anymore.
I don't think he's been on the past couple episodes, but they haven't been recording as much. But I know Jerry has been, his work schedule is a bit much. So
I have a feeling that the Fine Wine podcasting is circling the drain before it goes right into pod feed.
There's a lot going on, so they're fun. It's interesting to listen to. It's different takes, so they are not. We're not in the same age demographic. I could definitely be all of their mother, but they're fun and they make me laugh. Mike's a riot, so it's interesting. And should I wrap up the last one?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's do the last
All right,
one.
so the last one I've got here is the Mariety Show with Mariah. So she's another young lady I've been chatting with. I've met her through, I guess probably Who's Right, and we kind of chatted about a couple other things. And I'd seen her podcast pop up, and I just started listening. She's just a young lady, and she has some fun guests on, and I just enjoy her show. She's very mellow, very calm.
You also a guest on that show, have you been?
I was a guest on her show, so that was yesterday. I recorded that, so that'll probably be out maybe in a couple weeks. So
let me see something here. Okay. You've been on the TNA podcast. You've been on the Who's Right podcast. You've been on the Shitty Song of the Week
I've been interviewed on Who's Right. Well, when they have guest things,
You've been on the Who's Right podcast, right? You've been on it with them. Okay.
Yes.
You haven't been on I Shake My Head with Lisa and Sam yet.
No, they probably won't have me. So.
You're on they don't have me. The weather report. You've been on that. You haven't.
So have you?
Jody.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Jody B. He hasn't asked you to be a guest yet.
No.
What's up with Jody B?
Okay.
What's going on with that?
Well, but Jody's doing Jody stuff.
Okay.
I figured I'm just not his cup of tea. I don't know. That's okay.
And you've been on the Fine Whining podcast, and you've been on the Mariety Show. So
yes.
So this is a list of all the podcasts that Duchess goes and does guest spots on.
Well, you were trying to do TNA podcast.
I was on there.
They want to figure it out somehow. Okay. They would like you on.
You know who you hadn't put on here? And I'm sorry, Brian. I forgot that you didn't put the Shiznit podcast on here.
Oh, I didn't, Brian.
See?
I'm so sorry. I'm terrible.
Oh, see.
Oh, poor Brian. It's his birthday today. Also.
Really?
It is his birthday. Mm-hmm.
Well, happy birthday, Brian.
Happy birthday.
It wasn't my fault. She sent the list out here. I didn't get a chance to go over it, so it was actually Duchess that forgot this.
That's terrible.
You're
a terrible person.
It is the truth.
So, Brian, for any wrestling fans, Brian does
shooting the
shiznit.
Right.
So he's an absolute scream. He's very high energy. Truth and consequence. No, he's very high energy and a lot of fun, and he's just very dynamic.
You've been on the Eric Zane podcast, haven't you?
No, not lately.
Not lately. You have not. Right.
Well, not since I'm not paying for it.
What about the I Had to Say It podcast? No one goes on the I Have to Say It podcast. Aaron it's just one 45-minute run-on sentence.
It is amazing to hear him just go,
he does not even. I don't know how he breathes. I think he's probably reptilian because he must breathe through his ears or something.
It's amazing how he can just carry that out. So
yes,
that's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was on Rubberneckers at the very end when at one point you sent me a link.
Did we bring you on Rubberneckers? I don't remember that.
Wait, it was early on. I think you dropped a link in and I popped in, and that's where I met Devin, and Bob was on for a little bit doing his records.
I think the only woman that we ever had on Rubberneckers was Teresa. I think Teresa came on Rubberneckers one time, but I think that was the only woman, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know.
Did you have the other Duchess?
Oh, yeah, we did have the other Duchess. We did have the other Duchess from
the old one.
Hashtag HTOS. I forget the name. boy, my memory's horrible. Hashtag
That's right.
something.
I don't know anything about her, so.
Here we go. The two duchesses squaring off.
No, I
see.
don't know anything about her. And
I
she,
know,
if
I know.
anything, she was shady to me. Actually, her husband was shady to me, so.
All right. So, but that's hashtag HTOS. What was this? Something. I can't remember the name of I can't remember the name of that. Man, I'm terrible. My memory is shot.
Yeah.
All right. So that's it for
It says, hey, someone said, hey, how's it going podcast?
Hey, how's it going? Oh, was that was Proxy's podcast, this very first podcast.
Okay.
I don't think he's doing that one anymore.
Yeah,
I remember.
I don't think we'd be welcome on it.
Well, there was the funny thing about Proxy's podcast was he had a 100th episode. And I think he had Doug on there, which he really wanted to do. And they had like all these people. He was like really, really happy. And then remember Andrew? Andrew came on and he was naked, except he had a cowboy hat on his penis.
Oh my
and he just had it.
disgusting.
And his face just dropped. It was hysterical to watch.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, Proxy didn't find it too funny, but the rest of us got a big laugh out of it. But that's whatever happened. Yes.
So
Andrew
Aaron
Tate.
also says he entertains guests. He hasn't had one in a while, but we are welcome. Well, it's very sweet.
Oh, he does it? Oh, he does have guests? I didn't know that. Okay.
Oh, I'd love to
Usually
hear
I
the two of you go back and forth. That would be interesting.
That would be fun.
That would be a great
definitely,
show.
Yeah, I don't get invited on podcasts anymore, so it's okay.
You have a powerful reputation.
I shouldn't say that because Bruce
No.
invites me every time, so I get it.
Yes, he does.
Did you miss my
Oh.
Canadian giant pussy joke? Yeah, I guess I did. What's this one? I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's
All right,
probably
well,
way
let's
back
wrap
in
this on up, right? Isn't it time to go?
It is. So thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We absolutely appreciate it. Please make sure that you like and follow us, like and subscribe. You can follow us on social, on Facebook, X, and Instagram. Of course, you can view all of these great videos on X, Facebook, Rumble, Twitch, and YouTube. You know, we have a link tree right in our bio, so you can kind of click on that, see everything we've got. Please like and follow us because that helps bump us up in any of the ratings. You guys will find us. And we just love to have you guys with us. I guess I'm not loud enough. Sorry. And then you can always download, subscribe to the podcast. And I'm not sure if we had any voicemails because we didn't check. And give us a call. I know.
Give
My
me a
bad.
second.
I forgot
Hang
to
on,
remind
I'll
you.
double
You
check.
hustled me through. You hustled me
I don't
through.
know. Is there any time?
We probably don't have anything.
Nothing.
So
Not a thing.
okay. But please, someone call us. Leave us a message, or you can text if you don't want to talk.
Go fuck yourself. Don't even call. I'm taking the number down. No one even calls.
No. I'm promoting it. 856-477-1935. You know we'll feature you.
Right.
Please
And
leave
you
us
know,
a message.
If you don't call, it's Duchess's fault because she didn't market it well. Just going to say that.
Oh my God, stop.
All right, everybody.
So we appreciate you guys tuning in. And I think I just saw, I missed it. Comments are flying. You guys are great. We
All
love
right,
you
and
so
we
much.
will be back Thursday night, 6:30.
Yes.
X, Rumble, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. And Grindr. All right, everybody. We'll talk to you later. Bye.